Alright, yo, what's up, guys? I'm finally about to make this video. Like I said, by the way, this is Madden 19, not Madden 20, but I'm going to be talking about the Madden 20 beta. Like I said, EA didn't allow us to record the beta, except for the people, saying that got flown out and stuff like that. You already know how that goes. Hypocritical, but hey, I mean, shout out to them. But anyway, like I said, this is Madden 19, but I'm going to talk about the breakdown of Madden 20 as a whole. Madden 20, I like it a lot, bro. I'm talking about playing the beta. This is probably the first Madden in a long time. I know it's new, it's fairly new, but this Madden 20, is probably the most addictive and fun Madden I've played in a very long time. And y'all probably like, oh, bro, you know what I'm saying? I already know how people get, and I know right when people start being positive about the game, people just hate on it. But if you notice, most of the hate comes from people that haven't played it yet. You know what I'm saying? You can see it and you can say, oh, it looks the same. If you look at it, it really don't look the same. Like you can see the difference in like the field, the graphics. You can obviously see the different scoreboard. I mean, I'm glad it's a different scoreboard. I'm one of those people that like a different scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? But the gameplay is amazing, bro. I told y'all in the other video, if y'all missed it, that a lot of stuff that you complained about in Madden 19 in this game is totally changed. Hold on, I might as well put a lineup so y'all can see something real quick. I'm not gonna show no gameplay or whatever, just me just talking. A lot of stuff that y'all wanted fixed in Madden 19 is completely fixed. And I'm just going over what I said in my other video. Like I said, when you get a field goal block, you can actually pick it up and run for a touchdown. You can be gone. I'm talking about in this game, I hated getting field goal blocks, and the dude would just sit there and just land on the ball. Like nobody does that in the NFL. Like nobody does that at all. Um, if somebody fumbles, you never no longer just dive on it. Do try to pick the ball up, and guess what? You can just take it to the house. If you get an interception, ain't no stumbling, doing stupid stuff. And when you intercept the ball, ain't no camera going back. Anytime you pick the ball off, you're going straight for six. And I was talking to Drew about this. You know how when a quarterback throws a dumb pass and it goes right past your safety, and he can pick it off, but he just doesn't do anything in Madden 19. And Madden 20, your safety will pick it off. I'm talking about he'll do the animation where he like falls to the ground or fall backwards, and he will get right up and go for six. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll just go up. You know, it's realistic. Like you'll see. Like I think I got a pick with Jalen Ramsey in the Pro Bowl. I also played online. I'm gonna tell you about my online experiences too. I also played in the Pro Bowl when Jalen Ramsey picked the ball off. I think he did a dive and catch. You saw him hold the ball with one hand and pick himself up with the other one to get up. It wasn't like too fast. It was like the perfect timing. Like sometimes when you catch a pick, you be like, "Yo, dude, get up! Come on, what are you doing?" You don't have to worry about none of that in Madden 20, bro. It's pretty cool. The pass rush, people are complaining about the pass rush, bro. The pass rush, I love it. It's fun. As a guy that, you see who I got on my team in Madden 19, I should be going crazy with these dudes. And Joey Bosa, I'm so glad he got. I believe he has Fearmonger too. Just like Arenado, I'm not sure, but I know he has an X Factor ability, and it's so cool. Like being on the other end of it, I like it. This is the only game, and I've heard people say it too, where if things happen to you, like if some dudes come in there and get sacked, you're not like, oh my gosh, this game is horrible. You like, yo, this dude on the other side, we gotta stop this dude because the dude is not coming straight through no more, untouched. He is going through your dude, like physically talking about he pushing them down to the ground or he finessing them. It's no more just coming straight through unless you know what I'm saying, unless you do some A gap or something like that. And of course, if some dudes, if your D line is overpowering the offensive line, of course that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the edge, do a blitz, it's gonna happen. People are complaining about the pass rush, but I believe this is gonna separate the men from the women or the girls from men. No, I meant to say hold on, I meant to say the boys from the men and the girls from the women. I meant to say that, my bad. I don't want no damn, you know what I'm saying? I already know how y'all are, bro. That's what I meant to say, my bad. I don't want nothing going on. I want to end like Cam Newton or something like that. Even though he wasn't, he was just making a compliment. But anyway, uh, also, the deep crossers are not OP in this game. I told y'all that when you go around and try to do the deep crossers, if you got time in the pocket, like I said, it will eventually get open. But I told y'all it's right on the sideline. You have no problem with none of that. It's just on the sideline. You get a possession catch, boom. Ain't no going crazy, turn up field and other bull crap. Um, it's nice, and you got people that can cover it. My favorite corner probably in the beta was, as far as a person who didn't have an X factor, was Darius Slay. Darius Slay got some cool abilities, but he don't have an X factor. But he has some nice abilities. I think that was like not lockdown because that's something else. I believe he had something where he increased knockouts and stuff like that when he's in coverage, and some zone out something when he's in coverage. So the dude, anytime he was in zone, he thought that way, he was picking the ball off. And I told you, when you pick it off, the camera is great. You go straight to it. It's nice, and they already in motion, and it's like they going straight to the house, and I love it so much. But another good, of course, Jalen Ramsey is amazing. The dude was freaking balling out in the Pro Bowl. And like I said, all that Pro Bowl stuff was offline right now, but I'm pretty sure in franchise you can play online with your friends and stuff like that. Um, it was pretty cool. The spinning is not OP no more. I love the spinning, how it is realistic. Juking, I like juking more. Actually, I like stiff arming more. Now, I played online with Ty Gurley. That's all. Only people I played with in the beta online was the Rams. For some reason, I just feel like the Rams was gonna be a good fit for me online. I played with other quarterbacks. Like I said, I played with Pat Mahomes. I played with everybody. You know, what I'm saying Ivan Kamara, Drew Brees in the Pro Bowl. I had enough. I already seen what I had to see. Um, but I believe online competitively, I chose the Rams in all of my games. I ended up being 11-2 online. One loss came from a dude. It seemed like I don't know if the dude was DC glitching online, but we had went to overtime. It was crazy because the dude did a no look pass with Pat Mahomes to send us to overtime, and I was like furious. I was like, bro, what the freak? And then I realized how awesome that was. He did a no look pass in the end zone, I think to Travis Kelsey, and I was furious because it was the end of the game. It was like no seconds on the clock, and I was like, "Bro, come on!" And he had got the ball first in overtime, and next thing you know, he tried to throw me the ball, and I picked it off because he got the ball back. And right after I picked it off with Aqib Talib, who's a great corner, who doesn't have the X factor, but a great corner in the game. I'm talking about Aqib Talib is that dude in the game. He has some good stuff. Like stats still matter. Like I believe stats matter more in this game than I have seen in a long time. And next thing you know, after I picked the ball up, the game started lagging out or whatever. So I don't know how that goes. But like I said, I went 11-2, and I believe my final rank in the beta. I was in the top 100 for a while, but as more people started to play it, you go down. But 11-2, I think I was ranked 135 in the world in the beta. And there's like probably 1,000 people that got the beta. So to be 135 is nice. And as far as rushing yards, I was literally 35th in the world in rushing because Todd Gurley, bro, that what do they call it? This one is free. Once you get what five 10-yard gains on the ground, this dude is a freaking monster, bro. I love how they did it in this game, bro. I'm telling y'all, this game has the potential to be the best Madden ever. Like, if they just released it how it is now, I would have no problem with it at all. I'm telling you that now. People are complaining about the pass rush. I told y'all, that's just separating the real players, from the fake players, the casuals, from whatever. It's a skill gap. If dudes coming at you with these crazy wild animals like in real life, you should be able to read and adjust to it. You shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, it's too overpowered. Like, the real players, I don't believe are saying that. I honestly don't believe. Like, competitive players, I don't believe that at all. This game is so different, and I know a lot of people hate on Madden 19. I don't like Madden 19. It was glitchy. It was crazy. It was broken at the beginning of the year. Madden 18, y'all know how I feel about it. 17, it was the most equalized game. Let me tell you this. Um, this game has probably the least amount of equalizer I ever seen in my life. I don't think it has none. If you are blowing somebody out in this game, you are gonna keep dusting them. I'm telling you that now, bro. At first, the last game I just played before I started making this video, I was playing some dude online. This dude was trash, bro. I'm talking about, you know, he was just like, I guess he was trying to see about the Grisham catch. He was hiking the ball. He had the Rams. I had the Rams. He was hiking the ball. Hike first play of the game. He was just throwing it up, and I'm like, yo, what is he doing? He's trying to like moss me. And Marcus Peters over there picked it up. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, he had made one good play. I forgot what it was. And it was like, I had 17. He had 7. And I was like, bro, heck no, man. I was like, here they go. But I was like, you know what? I think he just made a good play or I made a mistake. And next thing you know, after that 1 week stuff, say everybody gonna have their moment. Oh yeah, it was a tip pass. I was about to pick it over the key to lead, but it tipped up in the air and his dude caught it and he scored a touchdown. That's what happened. So in this game, the cornerbacks and wide receivers can catch the balls off tips uh more frequently. So it's like they're gonna be able to go for the ball. I don't know if it's necessarily user control, but if you're in the area and your dude moving, I think you kind of steer him a little bit. So all those people to be like, oh, why my wide receiver not moving? Why is it always the cornerback and the safeties? Then you have no problem with that. So that's another thing. But since they have these X factors and stuff like that, and these abilities, you are allowed to keep dusting these dudes because the only way you can get X factors if you doing your job and they not stopping you. So say Todd Gurley, I was going there. I'm talking about. I wish I could show y'all screenshots. I don't even know you can show screenshots. I sent it to Drew. I had Todd Gurley with 294 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns, and the dude was a maniac. After I got that freaking X Factor, Todd Gurley was stiff arming the freak out of it. I'm talking about trucking, stiff arming. And what I like about this game, when you're in a tackle animation, you know how you about to go down to the ground. If you try to stiff arm inside the tackle animation, it'll do something. Like say if you try to spin, if you try to juke, if you try to truck inside the animation, the play is not over yet until you're down on the ground. So you can keep pushing and keep moving. Uh, and I love that. And his ability, right when that first person comes, yo, that dude, I love how like the little flames at the bottom of the legs on the X Factor look. You stiff arm the heck. I'm talking about this dude stiff arm is nasty. I'm talking about some Austin Hooper junk he did on that other dude in the Bears game, bro. He stiff arm. I'm talking about you putting that dude helmet in the dirt. And I did it back to back. When I was using Todd Gurley, I think I stiff armed Stephon Gilmore, then Patrick Chung, and then some dude had pushed me out of bounds. It was crazy, bro. But the trucking, the spinning, and the juking is good in every which way. If you have a good trucking back, you're gonna truck. If you have a good juking back, you're gonna juke. Spin move, spin move. So like I said, certain people like have stiff arm stuff. They use whatever your running back is, and you use it, it's gonna work. So everybody feels different. Like going from Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey to Todd Gurley, even Todd Gurley and Zeke got like the same X factor. They still play different on the field because they're different running backs and they have different stuff. One likes well, I think they both like stiff arm, but Todd Gurley I think is a more of all around guy. But you know what I mean. You guys get what I'm saying. Everybody feels different and every quarterback feels different. That's what I like to see in this game. This game is a lot. It's great. Going from that, like I literally played 19 today with Drew, and going back, I had to readjust myself because it's so different, and you have the game plan. When you get those people in the double me and stuff like that, and like let's say if a wide receiver is better in your corner and you getting beat, I think I had Mike. Somebody had played with me with Michael Thomas, and he was going to get up against Talib for some reason. Talib, I guess he was like getting beat on the slant. And Michael Thomas, he just kept doing it. He kept doing the RPO, the slant, boom. I'm like, dang, bro, come on, Talib. What the heck you doing over there? Next thing you know, to adjust, I literally doubled him up because, his double me thing literally says double me. And once you double him, everything will work out. So I was like, he going to do this RPO again. So I manned up my strong safety. I think his name Josh Johnson or whatever for the Rams. And I manned him up. And right when he came on the slant, Johnson jumped the route and I went straight for the pick six. And I was so happy. I was like, yo, you really have to scheme up. You can't really call the same plays. Unless it's probably a run play or something. But on offense, you can't really call the same plays. That's what I like about it. You really have to know what you're doing in this game. You just can't come out doing whatever you want or you're going to get destroyed. And that's what I love about this game. It's a skill gap. If you're blowing somebody out, they don't pity the other dude. They don't do none of that. You're going to get the X factor. You're going to keep running the clowns over. And as far as that cover for a drop bull crap, I seen some clown run that junk online, and I ran straight through it. I'm talking about I was passing all over that junk. Cover for a drop, I think it's dead. Unless that dude just didn't know what the heck he's doing. The dude was trash. I won the game, and I was running all over one with Todd Gurley. Jared Goff, he's a very accurate quarterback in the game. Like I said, he doesn't have X factor, but he's great. Um, I was so glad I was able to be a part of this beta. Like I said, shout out to Gma because looking on the outside in and being so negative on Madden 19, you would hear a lot of stuff like, "Oh yeah, it's good, it's great, bro, it's awesome." You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, "Man, hey, no, this 19 was trash. It can't be that much better." This game is a lot better. I'm trying to tell you, if they don't change nothing, I'm trying to tell you by far this is the best Madden they created. By far, the best Madden they created. And as far as if you want to talk about a new generation, by far this beta is better than 19. This beta is better than 19, better than 18, better than 17, better than 16 already. Already. And that's just pure facts. I'm just telling you that now. And you'll say, "Oh, EA paid you, dude. You don't pay me nothing, bro. I ain't got flown out. They didn't even want to give me the dang beta. I had to get the beta from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't give me no code. They didn't do none of that. They ain't giving me nothing in this email, even though I've been playing this game since '01. There's that loyalty. They know how many matches you played, and they still didn't send me nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's how they feel about your boy, and that's messed up. Um, but that's how it is, man. And let's see. Anything else that I want to address? I told y'all in the last video. If you still got the beta, you can go in franchise mode, and you can literally see anybody. You can literally select your favorite player, anybody you want to, and change their except for the rookies, and change their development trait to X Factor, Superstar, and you can see what X Factor they would have had or they're going to have in the future if they get better cars. Like Matt Ryan, I told you he didn't have no X Factor, but they showed that he would have had pro reads. Baker Mayfield would have had fearless. You know what I'm saying? Matt Ryan, they said he had a ability that allows him to play better in indoor stadiums. I think that's pretty cool. Like I never would have thought about none of that. That's awesome. And Carson Wentz had an ability where he plays better at home. So that's amazing. Like the fact that all this little nitpick stuff, that's pretty cool, and that you can go in there and see what superstars can have what, or in the future, or when the game is finally released, maybe the people that I talked about that should have had one like Derrick Henry, I told you Matt, or Prescott, or Mariota, escape artists, you know what I'm saying, something like that. Maybe they'll actually have one in the final build. Um, but um, everybody been like, okay, what about pass blocking? You say the pass rush, the pass blocking is actually really good. It's actually good, but if your dudes on the other side, they don't know what the heck they're doing, they gonna get destroyed, and that's what I like about it. If your lineman is good, your lineman is good. But if but if your D lineman is better, they gonna win the majority of the time. It's no longer okay. Let me use this Browns offensive line, like save his butt, and let me go get up against his elite, and it's still gonna be like 50-50. No, it's probably gonna be 99 to 1%. You know what I'm saying? You're probably gonna get lucky on one play, and that's about it. So that's good, man. The running is great. The the steering of the players is fluid. I love it so much, man. Like just playing defense, using is hard. I told you using is hard. I told you Bobby Wagner and Luke Kuechly are the only one with the acrobatic linebackers, and I told you Anthony Barr has a secret ability that they probably gonna unlock later on in the year. It's called Lurker, but if you go to him right now, you won't see it. But he has a secret ability called Lurker that I didn't see no other linebacker. Uh, so they'll probably show that junk later or something like that, man. But let's see, let's see. But as far as gameplay wise, I didn't have no problem. The man coverage, it was how it's supposed to be. It's not too ridiculous. Like if a wide receiver was better or faster, it's gonna happen, but the coverage will still show up. You see what I'm saying? Like it's realistic. They gonna play to their stats, but speed still matters. You know what I'm saying? Like if they got good coverage, they got the lockdown. You gonna get locked up, bro. But it's still possible for you to catch on them if you have a better receiver or a great receiver. You know what I'm saying? It's not OP. Nothing is OP at all in the game. It's all balanced out, and I really like that. Um, the negatives I have on it, it's not really too many negatives. The only thing I told y'all, it feels like when I played the Pro Bowl and I say I got bazooka with Pat Mahomes. To get Pat Mahomes out of bazooka, you have to sack him. Every time it seemed like I got it, the computer knew I had it, And the dudes were just coming in, boo, yo. You saw Aaron Donald, you saw Khalil Mack, you saw D-Law, like everybody and their mama, like get straight to me, so I wouldn't do no bazooka. And for some reason, with that bazooka, it takes them a while to wind that bazooka up for some reason instead of just like throwing it. So maybe they can change that, or say the computer was just too smart knowing I had it. But that was pretty cool. Let's see. I'm trying to think, bro, about anything else different in the game. When you throw a possession catch, I haven't dropped a possession catch at all. Like if you gonna go for a possession in the middle of the field, they'll die for it just like 17, where you kind of secure it. You know how at 19 we go for a possession catch, the dude pop you up off the ground. It was just so dumb. Or when you go up for a catch, they'll have an animation and then they put you in another animation where you pop up. It's so dumb. I don't know what they was thinking with Madden 19, but in Madden 20, none of that happens. If you get hit across the middle, you're gonna most likely cough the ball up. But some people are gonna catch it because that's what they do. Every player plays how they're supposed to play. In this game, Adam Thielen, he's probably my favorite wide receiver in the game. When I first picked up the beta and I played the Pro Bowl, the dude had 220 yards. He had a double me activate. That automatic is amazing. He got custom routes that you can run with him without even having a quarterback to do it. Adam Thielen is amazing, bro. Adam Thielen is that dude. My favorite quarterback to play with in the game. I probably played with Jared Goff the most because I was playing with him online. But uh, I probably have to say Russell Wilson. I didn't really get to play too many quarterbacks. I played with Matt Ryan in the franchise. It was cool to play with him, like I told you. And since he didn't have the X Factor, I put an X Factor on him. But it was what EA said he would have, which is the what they call pro reads or something like that. And I told you since he had the ability where he plays better than indoor. Say like the thing said, okay, Matt Ryan has to get 5 completed passes in a row for 10 yards or 5 yards, something like that. If he's indoors, it would be like 4 or 3. And so it showed up on the field where he can get it faster if he's playing in an indoor stadium. So I think that's pretty cool how to utilize stuff like that. I'm trying to think, guys, because there's so much I want to say, but it was so fun. I think I said a lot already. But defense is great. Offense is great. You really have to scheme up. You just can't come out and do stupid stuff, or you're gonna get punished for it. You like I said, usering is different. It's a little bit harder, but you really have to have skill. If say like how in old days or now, if you throw a pass and it was like a predetermined pick, you like, yo, the dude didn't even go up for it. Now your people will go for it, and they will say if it's too far over their head, it'll be like out of reach. So they'll always try to go for something, and they'll say out of reach. So it'll let you know that it wasn't possible for them to catch the ball. Or on defense, if you try to go for a pick, you'll jump up, and they'll say out of reach, and then say you won't pick the ball up. That's what I like. And then the bottom, if you're scrambling, if you're passing, it'll say inaccurate. It'll say under pressure. It'll say on the back foot, left foot. It don't matter. It's gonna tell you, and that's what I like about it, man. So I think it's pretty cool. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. My mic is about to die. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all, man. I know a lot of people don't like positive feedback on the game, but I literally have no problems with this game at all. I'm trying to think of the negatives, but I can't, bro. I like this game a lot, and I hope they do not pass it into oblivion and mess up the game. If it stays exactly how the game is, I have no problems. The pass rush, if they fix it, just I don't want them to do that, and it's not even a fix. I like the way it is. They they intended it how it was supposed to be. So, um, yeah, dude, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a whole different game. Y'all can see what y'all want, but until you actually play it, y'all have no idea what y'all talking about, man. I'm telling y'all that now. As a person who I literally ranted about this game countless of times. I stopped playing this game for 2 months because how bad it was, because of equalizer before, because they don't allow you to blow people out. In this game, I was dominating online. I'm talking about dudes was rage quitting in the beta. Dudes was trying to DC glitch me in the beta, bro. That tells you something. So I appreciate y'all, man, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. It was a wonderful beta. I hope I can still play the Pro Bowl when the beta's over. Well, I hope I can still be able to play it. And I haven't had this much fun on the Madden game in a long time, in a very long time. This is the first Madden I played the entire day. Well, most of the day, because you know, what I'm saying, I had some stuff to do. But I played for the whole day and did not get tired. I didn't say, "Oh my gosh, here we go." You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you play Madden a long time, you play, "Oh, here they go with the bull crap. They about to screw me over." It was none of that in the game at all. I felt like I was in control of my people the whole time. I didn't feel like there was no flukes, none of that, except for that tip stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just it's football. It's gonna happen. Sometimes stuff like that is gonna happen, but I had to get over it. You know what I'm saying? When you tip stuff up, it's like, oh shoot. But when you look at it, you was like, yo, that jump was kind of cool. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think, bro. But escape artists and all that other stuff really do work. All the abilities work. The stats do matter with it. And yo, shout out to EA Sports, man. Even though y'all didn't hook me up with no beta, but the fact that I was able to play the beta and the fact that y'all actually it should have been open beta. I'll tell you that now. But I'm glad I was a part of it. And next time, if y'all have a freaking beta, I sent feedback. Okay, I sent feedback for the beta, guys. All right, EA Sports, you happy, bro? I sent feedback. All right, good feedback, great feedback. So hook your brother up with a code next time. It shouldn't have to go through all this grapevine and rate limits on the PSN and breaking the servers and all this other bull crap. All right. But yeah, all positive vibes over here. It's a new year, and I believe y'all should give this game a chance. All right. So I will see y'all in the next one, bro. I am out.